Okay, two quick things. Topic isn't direct knowledge of TM per se. However, we spend a lot of our time looking at LCs, looking at our membership, and trying to improve them. So I think it's a pretty relevant topic to actually talk about how to analytically solve problems. This subject is a lot larger than 2 minutes, but I'm going to try and bring it down to a 2-minute quick summary. The second thing is I have my notes on the TV above the laptop, so if I'm ever looking above you, it's not because I'm just looking above you, it's because my notes are above you, and looking below is because I thought the webcam is lower than it actually is. So, anyways, we know the gist of what TM does. We see problems and we come up with solutions when it comes to people. While everyone else is busy doing this for exchange, we're busy doing it on them. But first, let me focus in on that beginning part, diagnosing and solving problems. How do we do this? How do we actually go about being solution-oriented? And there's many processes, many models out there, but here's one that's usually been associated with disruptive thinking. There's 4 stages to it. They can go by many names, but problem identification, ideation, test, and repeat. First part, when we identify problems, you'll see this a lot, but we'll encounter a problem and brush it off thinking it's out of our control, or we spend way too much time solving the problem without actually figuring out what it is we're trying to solve. And we need to flip that around. Every problem is solvable, and we need to figure out what it is. So we have to ask ourselves the endless whys. Why is this a problem, and for what reason? We need to find that root cause. It's a weird approach, but honestly, the more you bitch productively, the more likely you'll actually find the real problem that's going to solve many others. And then we come to the next part, ideate. Come up with ideas, shoot them out, anything. To show you the power of stupid ideas, there was one time engineers tried to remove ice off a bridge. They can't salt the bridge with the trucks because they can't drive on the ice. It's a hard problem apparently because after many hours, the only idea left standing was taking a bear and having it roar loud enough that it's going to crack the ice from the sound. It's a dumb idea, but the chain of thinking brought about this really budget idea of bringing in a helicopter and using the shockwaves of the sound from the spinning rotors and cracking the ice from that. So shoot out all those ideas and write them down, and only afterwards do you filter them down to one feasible idea. And that you test. And you need to make sure when you test that you can track it quantitatively so you know how well it stands up to the current standard. And then you repeat. Kind of self-explanatory, but even if the idea works, you still repeat. Disruptive thinking is an attitude. It never stops seeking to improve. So this is a brief overview of the step-by-step approach to analytically and sequentially solving problems. It can be honestly applied anywhere, including with what we do in TM, and in terms of how to better engage and empower our members to be leaders.